Hey foolish mortals, welcome back to the channel. Tonight we're trading mouse ears for spine-tingling fears as we slip past the pixie dust and dive into Disneyland's darker side. From the unsettled spirit said to wander Main Street after closing, to the mysterious rider who boards Space Mountain but never gets off, the happiest place on earth hides some haunting secrets. So grab your churros tight, dim the lights, and be brave. Because these are the ghost stories Disney doesn't put in the park map. Ready to uncover the magic and the macabre? Then let's hitch a ride and begin.
Did you know that deep within Disneyland's Matterhorn, some say a ghostly figure from the 1980s still haunts the tracks? The truth behind this legend might chill you more than the ride itself. Late one night in 1984, a young woman named Regina Young took her final ride on the Matterhorn. During the twisting descent, she fell from her seat and was tragically struck by another bobsled. The spot where this happened became known as Dolly's Dip, named after her nickname. The mystery of her unbuckled seatbelt remains unsolved to this day, leaving visitors and staff to wonder what really happened that fateful night. Now, when darkness falls over the park and the last guests leave, cast members report strange occurrences during their final walkthrough. Some feel an unexplained cold presence watching them. Others glimpse a woman in vintage 1980s clothing reflected in the polished steel tracks, only to find nobody there when they turn around. The most common sightings occur near Dolly's Dip, where shadows seem to dance even without movement nearby. The Matterhorn keeps its secrets close, but one question lingers. If you rode the Matterhorn at night, would you dare look back at your reflection in the tracks? Did you know Walt Disney's spirit might still roam his private apartment above Disneyland's firehouse? What happened one night to a cast member will send chills down your spine. In the heart of Main Street stands the firehouse, crowned by a modest 500-square-foot apartment where Walt Disney once lived during Disneyland's construction in 1954. This cozy retreat became his sanctuary during long nights of park development, a place where magic wasn't just created, but lived. Years after Walt's passing, his presence lingers in unexpected ways. One evening, a cast member climbed the narrow stairs to perform her usual closing duties. As she reached to turn off the apartment's front window lamp, something extraordinary happened. The light, once extinguished, mysteriously re-illuminated. Puzzled, she returned multiple times, even unplugging the lamp completely. Yet each time she descended the stairs, the warm glow would inexplicably return. On her final attempt, as she stood in the silent apartment, a gentle, familiar voice whispered through the stillness, "I'm still here." From that day forward, the lamp has remained perpetually lit, a beacon of remembrance for the man who brought dreams to life. Some say it's just park policy, but others believe it's Walt himself, still watching over his beloved creation. Have you ever felt an unexplained presence in a place filled with history? Have you ever heard mysterious crying echoing through the haunted mansion at Disneyland, especially near closing time? Some say it's the spirit of a young boy who never left the ride. The story begins with a grieving mother who secretly scattered her son's ashes inside the haunted mansion against park policy. Since then, cast members have reported hearing a child's sobs near the exit corridor, particularly during quiet moments after the last guests leave. Security cameras have captured unexplained orbs of light floating between Pirates of the Caribbean and the haunted mansion. At midnight, moving with purpose as if searching for something. Guests frequently report feeling small tugs on their clothes while riding both attractions, always at the height of a child reaching up. Most intriguing are the multiple witness accounts describing a small shadowy figure darting between the two attractions, as if playing an eternal game of hide and seek. The boy's presence seems strongest when families with children pass through, perhaps seeking playmates in his endless stay at the happiest place on earth. While Disney officially denies any ash-scattering incidents in their parks, the little boy's cries continue to echo through the halls, leaving us to wonder if you visit the haunted mansion at night, Will you hear him calling for his mother?
Make sure to like and subscribe. If you have any stories you would like to share with us, our email is in the description. Let's continue.
They say never to take photos in Disney's Haunted Mansion, but one photographer discovered why in the most chilling way possible. Late one evening in Walt Disney World's Magic Kingdom, a seasoned photographer decided to test their new infrared camera during a ride through the Haunted Mansion. The doom buggy ahead seemed empty as they wound through the attraction's darkened corridors. Through their viewfinder, they noticed something unusual a few cars ahead, a small figure peering back at them. The photographer assumed it was another guest until they reviewed the image later. A young boy's face was clearly visible, staring directly into the camera with piercing eyes that seemed to glow in the infrared light. What made this impossible was that no child had been riding within 20 people of them. An infrared light should have been invisible to human eyes. The mysterious boy appeared to be wearing period clothing from the early 1900s, matching the mansion's Victorian era perfectly. The most disturbing detail? According to cast member records, a young boy matching the photo's description had visited the park with his family in 1969th during the attraction's opening year. He was never seen leaving the mansion. What do you think really happened in that photograph? Would you dare take pictures inside the Haunted Mansion? Behind the cheerful magic of Disneyland lies a chilling secret that the House of Mouse doesn't want you to know about, and it involves a tragic death that changed everything. The year was 1974, and 18-year-old Deborah Stone was living her dream, working as a hostess at the America Sings attraction. The show took place in an innovative rotating theater, where walls would spin to reveal different musical performances. On July 8th, during what seemed like a regular evening shift, something went terribly wrong. Between the rotating theater wall and the fixed stage wall, Deborah became trapped. In those final moments, she faced an unimaginable fate that would forever haunt the park's history. After the incident, Disney quietly installed warning lights and replaced the solid walls with breakaway panels, but employees still whisper about unexplained phenomena near the old theater building. Late at night, some report hearing phantom whispers and encountering inexplicable cold spots. Security guards have mentioned seeing a young woman in a 1970s costume uniform who vanishes when approached. The building, which later housed Innovations and Superhero HQ, stands as a silent reminder of that fateful night. Could Deborah's spirit still be trying to warn others about the dangers that claimed her life? Next time you visit Disneyland, pay attention to the whispers in the dark. Did you know Disney's Pirates of the Caribbean once used real human skeletons as props? And while that's true, there's an even darker presence that cast members say lurks in the shadows after hours. Meet George, the legendary ghost who supposedly haunts the Pirates ride at Walt Disney World. According to longtime employees, this playful spirit demands just one thing: respect. Cast members religiously greet empty air each morning and evening, saying hello and goodbye to their invisible coworker. They claim George can stop the ride at will, particularly when skeptical guests dare to question his existence during their voyage through the attraction. The fascinating part isn't just George's story, it's how it connects to a verified piece of Disney history. When Imagineers first built the California version of Pirates, they found their fake skeletons looked too artificial. Their solution? They acquired actual human remains from UCLA Medical Center to create authentically eerie scenes. Though these were eventually replaced with replicas, this macabre detail adds a genuine layer of darkness to the beloved attraction. While George's existence remains unproven, with multiple conflicting versions of his origin story floating around, one has to wonder, in a ride that once housed real human remains, could there be more truth to this legend than we dare believe? What other secrets could be hiding in Disney's most mysterious attraction?
Thanks for tuning in. Watch another video if you dare.